Statistics on accident-related deaths, as provided by the Metro Transport and Traffic Department of the Ghana Police Service, have been very staggering, and I'm referring to figures for March 2021. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Ghana Web Road Safety Campaign series. My name is Lord Harry Sedwasare, and today we speak to another victim of road carnage. When we return from the break, we introduce our guest. Do stay. Welcome back. Our guest today is Emmanuel Tony. Well, everyone knows him at Pulse Ghana as Kojo Emmanuel. Emmanuel, thanks for agreeing to do this.
You're welcome.
How was the entire thing like? Your accident? It must have been a torrid one.
Yes, it's been very, let me say, disastrous, but I survived it. Let me start by narrating how everything started.
Do say.
It happened on the 3rd of April 2016 when my big bro said he got a lady, so he wants to do wedding or marry. So the whole family went to Nkoko, all the way the eastern region.
Where were you? Where did you move from?
We moved from Tema to Nkoko.
Okay.
My aunties, my dad, my uncles, my bro, and my sis. We are all seated in the vehicle. That is an oven, and looks like a family vehicle.
Okay. So essentially, how many were you in the vehicle?
We were about 14, 15.
Oh, it must have been a big oven then.
Yes.
More like a bus. Okay.
14, 15. They're sitting in the oven. So we left here on Friday, did the marriage ceremony on Saturday, and then Sunday we went to church at Nkoko, the same place. I forgot. The name of the town is. I've forgotten the name of the town.
That's fine. Okay.
But if I remember during the process, I'll tell you.
Sure.
So we did everything on Saturday. Sunday went to church, and we must leave that very Sunday and come back because people will be going to work on Monday the following day. So we set off that Sunday around 4 or 5 p.m. thereabouts.
So you had the, let's say, wedding lunch on the Sunday, the Thanksgiving service and all that.
Exactly.
And right afterwards, you decided to set off and come back to Accra.
Exactly.
I see.
So we set off.
That was around what time?
Around 4 p.m., 5 p.m.
Okay.
4 p.m., 5 p.m. We set off all the way from Nkoko. And then when we go to Mama Saman or Pokwasi, my sister got down. She alighted over there. I think it was around 6:30 to 7 when she alighted. And then the rest continued to this place.
Was it a commercial vehicle or it was a family kind of van?
Let me say it was a commercial vehicle, but
it was rented.
we rented it to the event.
So the driver was not a family member?
The driver is also a family member.
Okay.
Actually, he's the one who owns the car.
Okay.
He drives as well.
Okay.
So, on our way back, around 7 on the motorway, we passed the motorway, the toll booth, headed towards Trasacco on the motorway, and there's a junction called, a place called Coca-Cola and KICC, because I'm a regular user of the motorway.
Okay.
I use the motorway. I've been using the motorway since 2010.
Wow.
So
that's
yes.
a long time.
So, and I've been seeing a lot of carnages. Maybe a minute before I get to where our light, an accident happened. So the motorway is something I've been using since 2010, and my event sadly occurred in 2016. So when we got to KICC, in between Coca-Cola and KICC, I don't know how the thing happened, but the back tire burst and the front tire removed at once.
Back tire and front tire?
At once.
Were they all at one side or?
Let me say the right side of the back tire and the front side of the
left side.
The left side of the front tire.
Hey,
boom, at once. And to me, I've seen that when such things occur, the driver needs to leave the car to go freely until it stops. But I think the driver, out of fear,
He panicked.
yes, applied brake,
Oh.
and the car somersaulted, and threw everyone out of the vehicle.
What?
It threw everyone out of the vehicle. It was disastrous. My mom, my dad, my aunties, everyone.
So this was about 14 people since your sister got off.
Yes. It threw everyone out.
Did you have your seatbelt on?
No.
Okay.
No seatbelts. Definitely, you ask yourself how many commercial vehicles have seatbelts for all passengers.
So there were no seatbelts, functioning seatbelts in the van that you were in.
Oh, perhaps the driver might have, because when that thing happened, it threw everyone out. The car mangled. So the only person left after the car somersaulted was the driver. He was the only one left
In the car
in the car.
because he had the seatbelt on.
I think so.
Even short of words, me that I'm talking to you. Front tie, back tie, both.
Yes.
And so the driver hit the brake. Did he turn the vehicle? That's why someone assaulted, or just when he hit the brakes and then the car just sprung?
If I could remember very well, it's been 5 years now, since 2016.
It happened in 2016.
Yeah, 3rd April. I would say that I don't remember certain things. If I know that very well, because it's been very serious. What I know very well is that there's a gutter lying in between the left side of the motorway and the right side of the motorway. There's a gutter there. That was where I was lying in the bush, and my breath gone.
You passed out.
In fact, I died. I died at that moment. So, you know how whenever accidents happen, people gather, be shouting, accident. Around 7:30 to 8 p.m. thereabouts, people came around to see how the thing happened and stuff like that. So they came looking for me. They said, Emmanuel. They couldn't find him. My breath was gone.
But were you the only one who passed out? What happened to the remaining 13? Your siblings, your father, your mother, your
Let me
auntie?
say, they all got injured. Everyone got injured. It
But you're the
was
only one who
serious.
passed out.
But I was the only one that passed out.
Where were you sitting?
I was sitting at the back.
Far where the tie go best?
Exactly. I was sitting over there. And I was sitting even with my cousin. Yes. I was sitting with my cousin over there. Let me say, she also got injured around her neck. But she survived. She's okay now.
Wow.
So, let me continue my story. Immediately, I was rushed. Like, when I was lying between the gutter, they were looking for me, they did not see me. So I'll be there, and then I'll breathe once. And I'll mention my name, Emmanuel.
You're mentioning your own name.
Yes. After 5 minutes, I'll breathe again. Or after some time, I'll breathe again and mention my name.
Why do you
Emmanuel.
Why do you think you're doing that?
I don't know. Maybe it's a miracle. It's a miracle from God, you know.
Is there, apart from you, is there anyone in your family called Emmanuel, or do you have a close friend called Emmanuel?
I have lots of Emmanuel. There's Emmanuel in my family, but I don't know them by face. Yes, let me say so.
Okay.
So I'll just be there mentioning Emmanuel. So when the accident happened, people came and they were like, if I can speak to you, when they got there, that was me. My breath gone. So they have to take a taxi straight away to the Tema General Hospital, because that's the closest hospital nearby, or near the neighbor hospital. So I was taken there, and straight away They started putting oxygen on me.
What was your state? Now, what exactly?
I'll come there. I'll come to what you just said. The first oxygen finished. Second one finished. And then after some time, they have to transfer me to Kolebu. So I think after a day or two at General, I spent the whole year, from April to December, I spent it at Kolebu.
From April to December?
Exactly.
Over 7 months?
Over 7 months. I was in coma for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, 21 days at Kolebu. When I opened my eyes, I was lying on the hospital bed. I was like, Emmanuel. I asked myself, what are you doing here? Just to turn my face to the right, my left, I saw that no, things are not that okay. And when that thing happened, I lost my memory. If you ask me my name, I'll mention my name all right. You ask me, what do you do? Instead of being a journalist, I'll tell you I'm a teacher. I'm a science teacher.
Okay.
At where? A Shama government school. Because that was the school I attended. So I'll tell you I attended a Shama government school. All subjects, I said I'm a science teacher. Are you married? Yes, I am married. How many kids? I gave birth to 15. In fact, I formed a football team. 15 kids.
What was the connection between the answers you were given and your real life?
The answers I was given, I saw that my memory was gone. So, if someone loses his memory or her memory, the person becomes like not stable. So, you can say anything you like. For example, comparing to a mad man or a mad woman on the street who talks anyhow just because of the memory.
But could you recognize any of your family members?
Come again?
Could you recognize any of your family members?
Oh, at the hospital?
Yes.
No.
You can't remember anybody?
No. But when I was discharged, I think after a day or two, I regained my memory. But I remembered all that the nurses asked me and the answer I gave them.
Really?
Yes. The answer I gave them.
Let's talk about whilst you were in coma. There's something they say about perhaps life after death.
Yeah.
Well, for want of a better word. You were in coma for over 7 months, from April to December.
No, 3 weeks.
So it's for 3 weeks, pardon
Yeah.
me. How was it like?
Well, it was tough. It looks like if you are dead, your body is gone. In fact, sorry, let's say your soul is gone.
You felt that?
Yes. Your soul is gone. But just your body is the one on there. It was tough. So, I don't know, it's been long. If I want to remember some of these things.
You're free to express any emotion you want to.
It was tough, really, really tough.
Any emotion you want to. This is very critical. It's not easy to be in coma.
Yeah.
And
because there are some people that have even gone to coma just for like 30 minutes. That's the end of it.
Come back.
1 hour, that's the minute. That's the end of it. 2 hours, a day, 2. But here's the case. I was in coma for 21 days. That's 3 weeks.
Yeah. So you did feel your soul leave your body? Can
yes.
you say you did?
Yes.
Did you see your body with your soul?
Well, let me say so, yeah.
Give me a little more.
The soul and the body, this one looks, let me say, should I say spiritual type?
Don't worry, just say it. People need to know the truth. It's not like I'm letting you tell stories. You're the one who has been in it.
Yeah.
You know what you felt. You know what you saw. And this is about your life, people's lives. People need to know the effects of accidents. I mean, as it stands now, our roads are killing people more than diseases in the country. And this is your experience and to some extent your testimony, if I can put it that way. So please just enlighten me. How was it? Did you get the people talk about a white light having the force pulling them, and you're saying you experienced the thing where you felt your soul leave your body, and you saw. Was that a distinction where, let's say, your body is here, and then your soul is looking on?
Yes. If I will come in, I will say that when it happened, to be in coma for
that long
weeks, it was like I've seen heaven, I've seen hell.
How do you mean?
I've seen heaven, like I've been to heaven and I've been to hell. I've seen both. That is how it is. I've seen heaven and I've seen hell. It was serious. You know, those watching might not believe it, like heaven is real or hell is real. Both exist. I've seen heaven and I've seen hell.
What did you see that made you think this is heaven and this is hell?
Well, what I've seen a lot. But what I'll tell people that, look, if you are strong or when you are alive and strong, do good in life. That's the only advice I give to people. Do good in life.
How has, okay, let me even ask you this before. What was the last thing you remember seeing or doing before you woke up?
Wow. It's been a long time now, so if it was fresh, I would have remembered the last thing I saw before coming to life again. Yes, but it's been some time now, so there are some things I need to just forget and move on since I'm back to life.
That's true.
Yes.
How has it affected you?
The accident has really affected me, because when I was discharged from the hospital, I realized that I couldn't walk. The bone in my right thigh got broken and I couldn't walk. So I was assigned to be going to physiotherapy for some time. So by the grace of God, I started going to physio little by little. And
so how were you moving?
Through the accident.
Now, how were you moving? You couldn't walk, so how were you going about it?
I was using
crutches. Okay.
And as well as wheelchair. For example, if I need to go to the physiotherapy, a taxi will come and take me, and then I go to the physio. Yes, basically that's what happened. And before I enter the physio, they have to lift me like a baby and put into the taxi. And when I get to the physio, I need to be in a wheelchair, and then I start the physio exercise until I think it took me like 3-4 months before I started to regain my body that
before you could walk.
I could walk.
So it took you about 4 months to be able to walk again after physiotherapy.
Exactly.
Apart from your leg, was there any other parts of your body that got affected?
Yes, my left arm. You know, there's nerves. It looks like an electric cable in our system. I think when you do like this, you can't see, but after the scan, when you are being scanned, you see all those things. And the doctors are there to tell you that this is here, this is here. The nerve serves like an electric cable in our system. Like for example, if you do drink, it connects to every part of the body to your brain. So if you are being shocked by an electric cable, you feel it. That's the work of the nerves. And for me to lift my arm is the job or the work of the nerves. When when it happened, my left arm, after the scan and everything, I noticed that it pulled out from the joint. Pulled out.
Your arm pulled out from the joint?
Yes.
The left arm?
Yeah, from the shoulder. Pulled out. If you look at the scan clearly.
Okay.
And the nerves got damaged. And that is called brachial plexus. The doctors or the scientific, that's the term given to it. Brachial plexus.
Brachial plexus.
Yes. I believe you can Google it and then you check the functions of the nerves. That is basically what it does. And so basically I can walk, but the major thing now is just on my left arm.
So is it that you cannot use it at all?
I can't. Basically, that is it. That is what has affected me.
So you can't lift your arm, you can't do anything?
Nope. But if I don't tell you my story, you wouldn't know that, hey, this guy is coming, this is what is wrong with him. I am even stronger than someone who is physically able, you know.
Do you feel in the arm?
Yes, I feel it if something pinch me. I feel it, yes. And, you know, let me say, I feel like, you know, after the accident, I was discharged from the hospital. You know, families, friends will come that, oh, let us go to this spiritual pastor, spiritual doctor, or whatever they call themselves. People who say they see things spiritually. Let's go to them to see how they can do. And my mom and my brothers, my fathers, everyone was concerned about me. So we've been to some pastors. I don't want to mention their names. We've been to some pastors and all that they say is, one, the accident is not a natural accident. So I was the main target to be killed. I was like, what have I done to people for them to kill me?
Yeah, about that. You were the only one who was gravely injured to the point that you went into coma.
Yeah.
But there were 13 or 14
in the vehicle.
What happened to the other passengers, your other family members?
Oh, they all got minor cuts, but they're okay.
Nobody got seriously damaged?
No.
Not even the driver?
No. They all got minor cuts, but I was severely injured.
Your cousin was sitting next to you. What happened to her? Was it a man or
a female?
A female. What happened to her?
Her neck.
Okay.
Neck. So, but I think she's okay. She's okay now. Yeah.
Wow.
So we've been to, as I was saying, we've been to some pastors, and they said
you were targeted to be killed.
I was targeted to be killed because the accident wasn't that, natural thing. If it were to be natural, everyone would have been eliminated, or would have died in the process. But I was the main target to be killed that day. So that is how it is. And when we go to this pastor, they'll say, oh, I can do it. I can do it. Oh, I can do it. And they charge. They take your money. They take our money, and after doing, they'll give you anointing oil, water, powder, soap, mineral drinks.
You tried it all?
You tried everything. Some of them even, you buy calendar. You take a date on the calendar.
Then you're supposed to take
and then you pray to God that this calendar, let's say I'm marking 25th, and by 25th I want everything should be okay with me. You mark the date will pass. Nothing. It's the same. It's even worse.
Why don't you want to mention the pastors' their names?
Yes, the pastors, that's what I'm talking about.
Why don't you want to mention their names?
Well, if I'm to mention, one, there is this pastor called Ejadan. He's at Kaswa. We slept over there. Ejadan. I see that guy as a crook. Oh yes. To me, currently I don't fear anything in life. I don't fear anything. I don't fear any human being. For example, they say war is coming, fight is coming, so people will be running. Me, I'll stay. Whatever happens, let it happen.
Okay. what do you think you could have done differently to have not ended in where you ended up, as far as the accident is concerned? Of course, it wasn't your fault that the tie got burst, but what do you think you could have done? The circumstances are different.
Yes, what I believe should have been done was when I'm about to set off, the driver should have checked that everything was okay with the vehicle before setting off. Yes.
Okay.
And basically that's what happens every day. Every day accident that happen on our main roads or on our roads. The drivers don't check whether their vehicles are in good condition or it's in a good condition or not. They just load, put passengers inside and then straight off. And whilst on the road going, an accident happens. Basically that is it.
What would you want to be done as far as the road safety is concerned?
What should be done?
Do you think the right approach as far as Ghanaians and government is concerned, do you think things have been done right?
You see, when it comes to road accidents, it's something that can be minimized or we can avoid. For example, when you look at our roads, road networks are very, very terrible. Our road networks are very terrible. And this goes to the MTTD, the police. Any vehicle coming and they see that this vehicle is not in a good condition, they should just stop the driver, let everyone get down, they take the vehicle to the station. Charge the driver, because life is precious. Just one person, you are going to perish about 20 people or 30 people in just an accident. So the police or the authorities must be up and doing. They must be up and doing. They need to get the drivers on their toes that, look, when your vehicle is no good, let it be out of the road.
Okay. Thank you so much, Emmanuel Tony, for sharing your story with us. It's been very enlightening, I must say. But this has been another edition of the Ghana Web Road Safety Campaign Series. We have been speaking to Emmanuel Tony of Pulse. He's a journalist. Shared a very brave story, but thank God he's okay today, and you heard his advice to all of us. My name is Lord Harris Dosari. Till we bring you another edition of the Ghana Road Safety Campaign Series. Be safe.